should we take them, and what type of gifts we should really give them. So I'm gonna go with the elder in the home here in the house here. So it's gonna go with Greg. Start with him. He actually has a partner at this point, so he can actually kind of talk about that. I'm the only one that doesn't, so I'll leave myself for last. But let's go start with you, Greg. Place to take her and what to give her.
So I think it's okay to operate within your budget. I'm just going to say that straight up. If you can afford a $10 gift or a $100 gift or a $1,000 gift, right? It's not about taking away from the family, but what can you work with and what do you have in your budget? I think pretty stuff, sentimental stuff, right? Things that you put effort and energy and thought into. So, like a coffee cup, not so good, right? But a beautiful vase or some kind of figurine that represents the motherhood or her and her children or the family or your relationship with her, sentimental stuff. And you can ascribe that to her. If you give it to her and she opens it up and says, honey, I looked at this and it's so beautiful. And I thought about us and I thought about that vacation, or I thought about, the time we're doing with the kids, things that she can look at and then she connects, right? So it's really about the effort. Places to take her, dark, quiet places, right? Not like pitch black, right? And I'm not talking about a rave thing, but I'm just talking about, like it's not bright, it's not like vibrant, like, Red Robins or something like that. I personally love small little restaurants. COVID, that's a challenge in this day and age, right? Private restaurants, right? Not big chain, not Olive Garden or Red Lobsters, and it could be right around the corner. It could be up the street. You do want to call, you want to see if they're making reservations. And again, you can go at off times too, right? You don't have to go at like 7 or 8, sometimes 4 or 5, whatever fits your schedule. And this is where I'm going to contradict myself. I think a little element of surprise, right? A little element of surprise. If you know of a restaurant, then you plan for that. And you don't have to really tell her. She just knows that you're going to go somewhere and eat, right? But do inform her how to dress and things like. You don't want to show up in an elegant place and everybody's got cocktail dresses on and you said, oh, no, you can wear your blue jeans, mommy. Yeah, that's going to be a rough night.
Yeah.
Okay, so the things to do, right? Nice places, but then help her and guide her through this. Communicate. The more time you give her that day, the less opportunities you are of like messing it up, right? I'm so positive. So I'm done. I'm out.
So I'm talking to the, me, I've always liked to talk to the young dads out there. Specifically, I want to talk to those who know how to cook, the cooking, the cookers out there. To me, I think the best place to take her is just right in, I don't want to say in the kitchen because y'all always eat there. Find another place in the house, maybe in the backyard. Set up a table, set up an area where you can sit down and cook her dinner. I'm kind of thinking if you're in an apartment, then and you don't have that backyard, maybe you do it out on the balcony. If you have a balcony, clean the balcony up, clear it out, make it to where y'all can eat. So in my mind, you're gonna cook at home. Number 2, find out what she wants, find out what she likes. You could maybe ask her like, hey, what restaurants do you like? And then if you were going to this restaurant, what would you eat? She might say, I love chicken Parmesan, so then this is the important part. You have to take the time and effort, as they say, cook with love, right? And then make that meal for her. If she's old enough, buy a bottle of wine, buy some roses, buy a card. And then I think you can never, ever go wrong with jewelry. I think that's the home run. The jewelry, you can never go wrong with jewelry.
As long as it's not like out of one of those 25-cent machines or something, where you just.
Yeah, right.
The plastic ones there,
really? Unless
if you're thinking about the plastic one, you really need
professional
help.
The only way I can think where that might work is if you were out on a date sometime back ago and you got it for her, you know what I mean? and maybe she forgot about it or whatever, but maybe you kept it. And so, that might work. And then
I don't think so.
the last thing is, from what I know, pictures are very important. So if you can create like a picture book, like, I'm sure there's an app out there or there's some website where you can get pictures and put them like in story form. I think she would love that. So eat at home, put the time and effort and love that goes into cooking. Add a bottle of wine if you can, flowers, a card, jewelry, picture book. There you go.
Nice
Or I should say in Super Bowl, touchdown.
Nice list there. Okay, well, let me kind of go with mine then. I mean, obviously, I think Greg, and that was a really smart way to start. It has to be within the budget, But it's always nice to experience things together that you've never been before. So, for restaurants, that's kind of fancy. If you've never been to the Tower, go to the Tower. It's a beautiful place. You've never been to the Riverwalk. Ambiance is beautiful. Go to the Riverwalk. Any one of those beautiful restaurants. Never been to a comedy club. Hey, laughter is the best medicine. Do it together. Go watch some funny guy. Movies. That's always a nice thing. In a very, very nice theater, maybe one that they can serve you dinner and the whole 9 yards. So, so just do something neither one of you have ever experienced, but you want to experience for the first time together. That'd probably be the place. As far as gifts, like you say, everything jewelry is always a huge one, especially if it's like their birthstone. Cards are nice. They really, and it takes so much time to find a card, one that really speaks. When you read it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is exactly how I feel. It's exactly what I want to say to her. And if it's actually the same mutual feelings, then obviously she's gonna read it and cry. She says, oh yeah, it's exactly how I feel about you. So you want to have one of those cards that really captures the moment. So something a card is very important. Roses, well, I'm still teetering on that one to this day. Can't eat them, man. Good, but just don't buy a plastic one, whatever you do. But I guess if you can afford the roses, chip those into, and candy, especially if she likes candy. Make sure she's not lactose tolerant, because or allergic to peanuts that might be in the candies and stuff. But yeah, so those things, and then something that she just maybe during the year you always heard, oh, I like this or I like that, and you remember the things that she liked, and just go out and grab her something that she says she liked and give it to her. But other than that, I think the biggest part of it is communicating with them too. And I think Greg said, he hit it on all the videos. We can't read people's minds, and if somebody wants something that they desire, then it's best to tell the person who's going to buy it. So they go.
Hey, well, I have to do a rebuttal, because that's like, I think the third time that came up, and that might be a phrase that I used to use. It's like, I can't read your mind, right? And I just want to say, because
it's not an excuse, right?
It's not an excuse, but
you still have to put the effort to it.
You still have to put the effort. But what I'm telling the young father out there is, what I'm really saying is, refrain from using that comment, because when you use that comment, it doesn't help you get to the point that you're trying to get to. It kind of keeps you in that frame. So what I would want to say in a rebuttal to that is, instead of saying I can't read your mind, what you really want to do is you want to learn what's in what she likes. You want to take that time to listen. You want to take that time to find out what she likes. And then, believe it or not, there might come a day where you actually can read each other's mind. Peace and love.
Never gonna happen.
Guys, take care. Have a good one. Father time.